Welcome back to my floor. La 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 la. You may not know this, but you're in the stage of, holy shit, what do I do with this energy? What do I do with the realizations? What do I do with now the practice, what do you do with the muscles that you're building in the gym? What do you do with them? What do you do with the training that you've been training for? What do you do with that training? That's where we're at. What are we doing with the training? And it's fun. It's lighter. Even though, yeah, you got some shit. You had some painful fucking endings. You had deep fucking wounds. It's almost like you really can't. It's like, how am I now going to get the fuck up from this? It's the worst it can get. You already went through the worst it can get. You emotionally went through the worst it could get in your life. Emotionally. You're mentally killing yourself, but 10, you're done. 10 is a completion to a cycle. Okay? Complete collapse of the circle. And onto the Ace of Cups, which is romance, a new emotional connection. And right before this, I was getting overwhelmed. I neglected the dishes in there for at least a week. Like, my room is not where I want it to be. But what I've been doing is shifting through these things. I got into a different schedule at work, more and another job and more things going, and I had this realization where, oh my god, I'm supposed to be prepping and getting into a different gear for some sort of reason. And all these, synchronicities and signs led up to this right now. Before all of that is done, it feels like, what is the main purpose? What is the meat? What are you getting up for? What are you paying for this apartment for? What are you doing? What are you investing in? Why are you hanging out with those people? Like what energy are you investing in the people that are around you? Is it like literally just for fun? Leisure? This is all good reasons. It could be a good reason, but what are the reasons? Because sometimes when you have like an intensity about you, or like a warrior spirit, you need a mission. You need to be on the same track as people, and your friends are kind of holding that together. They're supporting you on that. And so as you do things, like I made a post today or a couple days ago, and it was really raw and vulnerable in a way. It wasn't like explicit, but I had someone come up to me and say, I saw that online and that really moved me. I'm going to go back and read it. And it was a love letter to myself. So you're doing things kind of like in this way where it's now normal to you. It's a practice to you, like this video. This is, you've done 100 of them. This is a practice to you. Now you're starting to put these things together. Why were you writing poems? Why were you doing that art piece or this specific thing that you just crafted doing, and maybe you didn't like flaunt it or show a bunch of people, but you got little inklings here and there. Maybe you sold a t-shirt, maybe you did something, made a bracelet and sold it, or something of that realm, in that you did something creatively. Could even be, maybe you rounded out some edges of your personality and you kind of like softened and your voice like actually changed, or maybe you started singing or playing an instrument. There's some sort of flow that's just overtaking. It's almost like an enveloping of a steam shower when you walk in with a fucking steam bath bomb. The good smelly things that you put in the shower, it's like you didn't have a tub, but you can still make that fucking nice. You can still make that experience of showering like the most luxurious it could be. Or, you walk into like a sauna steam room thing, that's a luxurious experience. Like you're releasing, right? That's what I'm getting. So you're not only releasing, you release a lot of shit. You became a nurturer of yourself emotionally in a way where it was really hard. You needed a lot of rest, and you needed to be immersed in that energy, kind of like a cocoon. Like, you really needed to feel that energy before things picked up, before the Epstein files came out, before these things come out. You were crystallized. You were like in this chrysalis, and the year of the snake was to release, like to shed the skin. So you don't have to judge this current reality on what you were like shedding and how you were shedding it. You know what I mean? It's like, don't judge yourself on like what your house looks like when you move out. Why don't you think about the memories that you created while you were there? Why don't you think about what you did create while you were there? All the connections that you created while you were in that space, all the grudges and things. There's pain that it's really, you don't just let go of shit. I'm not saying you just let go of shit. That's just not how, honestly, that's not how I work. That's not how I came into spirituality. It was more like Teal Swan style. Like, well, I can't escape the prison I feel like I'm in. I can't get rid of these heavy feelings and these like violent, terrible thoughts, or like things like about myself, and like you know, judgment of yourself is violence against yourself, and like replaying things. Like, I can't escape the pain. So for me, yeah, my entire life felt like this until I started really being present with the fact that there was 10 swords stuck in the fuck in my back. Like, I just feel like, yeah, it was just, ouch, it hurt. And you have been living like that for some time. So anything that was going to happen at that time was going to be a reflection of that hurt. And that's a hard one. That just feels like loss, and you don't really know what's going on in those situations. But just because you feel like injustice doesn't mean that everyone has to suffer still. It's like, okay, you feel okay, for example, I'm starting to understand now. I know why this took, it's just trust the process, because this to me is taking time to develop. And I'm getting concepts that are, and I put on my resume, able to bring in complex concepts and simplify them. But that takes time. It's like you give ChatGPT a problem or you're training it to do something. It takes time. It just, you know, it got shorter and shorter and shorter, but the thing that the process, the information that it's processing at once is more and more and more, and it learns and learns and learns. Our brain is like that. What do you think it's mimicking? And our energetic bodies are like that, and our lineages are like that. So we're an extension of that lineage, that purpose, that whatever's coming together. Like, my mom was a nurse, my dad was a contractor, like an electrician, and so it's like building, healing things physically in the earth. That's like a huge like mission statement of mine. So for example, think about what your primary caregivers and your physical lineage was, and try to figure out generally like what you like to do and how things connect together, because there's always like a plan that goes forward. There's a plan that goes forward that you are, and it has to do with your heritage and like lineage and like what's happening in your DNA. You have hidden gifts like stored within your DNA. Like, ask your family, any surviving members, what your lineage was really good at. You probably heard all the bad things. You probably heard the Great Depression, all the fucking world wars and all the bullshit, terrible things that happen, which is good to know. We need to know history so we're not repeating it. But ask about the good things too. What were they good at? What, like, just dig, be creative. Like, you're like trying to get an answer from something. Like, you know, we're creative with the prompts that we use for AI. Let's be creative like with each other. Let's be creative with each other. Ask a person in the coffee line or randomly. Like, I mean, yeah, you gotta build connection, and sometimes it's scary to just like ask deep questions and people laugh at you. But like, you know, they know me at work as the spiritual person, because like, or whatever, because I'm like, oh my God, I know that like you might not see it this way, but I just want to let you know your aura is fucking beautiful right now. It's like a teal motherfucking electric, like I've never seen something so beautiful. And I was like praising someone at work because they put in notice and they did what was right for them, and they have like so much good setup, and they're gonna move in with their boyfriend, and it just felt really good. And I was like, oh, can I just tell you something? Like, I know you see me this way, but it's your last day. Your fucking aura is beautiful. It's a beautiful teal color. And it's funny, I was just talking about teal blonde, but I was like, whoa. And like they just kind of laughed a little bit, looked at each other, but it wasn't like a sinister laugh like you're a piece of shit for saying that. It was like a okay. And that is the seed. That is the seed. And the work was for you not to feel so shitty about that being your light. I mean, how many of us knew that the world was running on adrenochrome and the cabal and the pedophilia and all that stuff? I'm sorry to go dark, but who knew this shit? A lot of us knew this shit. A lot of us at least felt something is disgustingly corrupt and wrong. Yeah, and we were all shocked. But now it's the time where it's like, okay, we get it. We know that we were right. We know that we were feeling that something was off. We know that our intuition was picking up on something off. So we're gonna now develop that tool, that skill of intuition. And we're doing this in the physical realm. Okay? So, what was I just saying right before that? Like, yeah, it's just like, don't be afraid to shine right now, because people won't look at you the same. I mean, they may do certain things, but it's not going to hit you the same. It's going to be like a temporary pain. It's not going to stick with you for like weeks. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I said that. Like, no, like fucking say it. Fucking get up, fucking stretch, fucking do push-ups in the middle of the day. Does anybody in your office look like you? Does anybody like just think about this for a second. It's not being conceited. It's not okay, if you're in better shape than everybody around you and you're the one doing something out of the ordinary, isn't that a fucking that's an inventive, that means you know what the fuck you're doing. You're in better shape. Okay, you're like eating certain things. You literally look like you're literally healthier than other people. I'm not saying this as like you're not, just listen to what I'm saying and don't, I guess I'm just like judging myself. But like, say you're the healthier looking person and you're more fit, and they want to do push-ups in the middle of the day. Is that weird? They're fit as fuck. Or like in this situation. No. Like, and I'm just saying, like, I've had to rationalize these things, and I've had to overcome this people-pleasing, like, I don't want to be seen kind of energy, because it's scary, because, you know, you're being vulnerable and cute, and you're you know, maybe push-ups on the floor is not this vulnerable, cute thing, but it's like you're being yourself, and you're talking about things you like to talk about. And then when someone says, hey, I saw 111 on the microwave, you're like, yeah, fuck yeah. Hey, I got $10,000 randomly, fuck yeah. And then you're happy for them. Hey, I get to move. I get a different job where I make double, and I get to move in with a boyfriend and go back to the state that I really want to be in. Fuck yeah, I'm happy for you. Yeah, there is more work for me, but you know what? I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just thinking, well, yeah, I was getting upset that I had to do more work, but then I was like, no, I'm being shifted into a new gear. You'll make more money. They're happy. It's like, be happy for other people. You don't know what the universe is showing you. And it's been helping my state of mind. It's been helping me not cry as much, to be honest, to work more. And now you're coming from a whole new perspective. You're increasing your productivity and your stamp, your like ecological and social footprint on the world, and then you're more embodied. So you're increasing your footprint on the world, your productivity, your output. You can't get abundance and things and accomplish things physically if you're not doing any action. It's just the fact that you're doing these things where the nail is here and you're going boom with the hammer and you're just striking it directly on the, and you're building the house. That's what I said in the last one. But that's a perfect example. Okay? You're doing it with an embodied spirit. And let me talk about love for a second. You're doing things with acceptance in mind. You're doing things with, how can I be completely present and loving? But like, let's just take love out of it because it's so like misconstrued. Like, let's just like use different words. So it's so loving and accepting for me to take a breath right now. Take some water break. Stretch. You don't have to even announce it. You don't even have to announce. You just get up and stretch. You just get up, walk out into the sun for literally 3 minutes or whatever, 60 seconds. No one's gonna yell at you over 60 seconds. Walk out 60 seconds and just do your best to try to relax completely, no matter who is seeing you, no matter what, you know? You just 60 seconds. And I did this today. And I felt all the feelings. I felt the weird things. I announced myself. But I'm just gonna like, no, you don't even have to announce yourself. Walk the fuck out. You're a free human being. You're fucking free. And I get it. People say this online. And it's a beautiful thing what's happening with everyone. But some people can't access these states where we're just like, be loving, be free, they don't really know how. And I understand that, not knowing how. To just do it and just be free. It's not that easy for somebody that's lived their whole life in pain. Like literally lived where they like woke up and they're conscious now, but they're just fucking on the ground. See, you get what I'm saying? So what the first step is to maintaining this muscle of freedom and coming back to the realization of like, what am I gonna do with all this energy now that from the shit that I released? And I kind of feel like I'm done, like I'm fucking tired, I don't know if I can go forward. It's because you released. It's effortless to love. We're just not taught to be safe in the effortless state. Okay? We're just not taught to completely relax because you're at work and bing, 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 all the fucking shit, your personal life, your phone's going off, your fucking emails are going off, your time is allocated, and oh, if you have more time, then that means you can get another task done for our business to then, so we can expand and we can profit and then we can buy more of the thing and continue bigger business and more stores and more things and novel, whatever industry you're in. So you're contributing to that vision. There's no judgment on things that you're doing. Like I have one job right now where I want the skills from what I'm gaining from it, but I'm not 100% on the mission. And I don't know, it came to me randomly and it's serving me in a way, but just do the best with what you have, with what you can. Maybe you're only there for 3 months and you get $3,000 in your extra time and you're able to do something with it in a different way, or with you're able to like gain a different skill because you're now able to like accumulate money quicker, you know? So it's just don't worry so much. Just allow the universe to show you the way. And that's how you're able to like start to live in this freedom and feel what love and all these people are talking about. Like, not in the romantic sense necessarily. Yeah, you will attract that. You will start getting like attention that way. So you have to like be discerning, like what kind of attention. Do these people meet the standards that you have now set for yourself? Now you have way things that you thought you wanted in the past, like might like challenge you. It might like make you want to like start thinking in the old way. But you have to recognize like how far you fucking come. And you didn't go through this fucking pain to just be then let down again. Like, no, the pain that you went through this last year showed you what you need to be doing, where your energy is, or where your energy is, but also where your energy needs to be to create this dream, these visions and these feelings and better states of living and love and acceptance for yourself and freedom. So you were shown that. So you have to now act on that and consistently, little teeny, the universe will show you, in my view, the universe gives you nudges and inklings. And the more you develop the feeling of your intuition, and we're going to do an exercise, 2 seconds. The more you've developed the feelings of your intuition and like where your guidance is coming from, the easier all of this is. It's all a lot easier. It's just really fucking hard because it feels like it fucking hurts so fucking bad. And my grandma told me to stop saying fucking, but it comes out and it hurts. And it's not for the weak. Like I understand crying for literally a year straight. Almost every day. Pretty much every day. Multiple times. And I felt like I was going crazy. And I came out the other side. And I'm telling you, there is, after you feel that amount of power that you have, there is a choice. And it's little. I always thought it was this fucking big ass thing in the morning. I'm doing these things and I'm getting all hyped up and I'm, for me, it was in the little choices. It was in not even a whole task. Don't even think of a whole task. Just think of, how am I doing this with? I have to do this thing. I have to do this. Yeah, you have to be at work at a certain time. Yeah, you have to do this step. Yeah, that's how it's set up right now until you shift out of those things. How are you doing that thing? How are you waking up in the morning? If you feel like shit, I go, thank you for just being alive. Let's just bring it back to the basics. So it's like when you're in track and you're messing up or you're having something go on. Yes, you look at your emotions, but you also go back to the basics. We're learning something new. All right, well, let's go back to the basics. Gratitude. How do you get in a state of receiving? Just, hey, what is one measly thing I can just try with my willpower to focus on? And the exercise is all right, you get up, you do this. Imagine getting up in the morning. What are the feelings that come up? I can't do this again. Just see what you're trying to tell yourself there in that moment. Reluctancy, not wanting to try, destitute, just this, done. So recognize that. I feel this. You're validating. Yeah, that's real. No, that is real. I feel like death. I feel like I'm waking up in death. And you just gotta, okay, that's reality. And honestly, I kind of just switched to, it's a muscle to develop. But then I switched to, okay, if I'm able to validate myself, that means that I'm able to kind of harness in the stuff that's going on in my head, these feelings that are happening, and then you move your way slowly. It's like you're kind of going like this, but with your emotional body before you get out of bed. You're not forcing it. You're not forcing it. There's teachings out there that force it. I wasn't able to sustain that, but this is something that I've been able to do. And it's hard. It's still hard. But this is for dense ass states. This is for dense emotional states that are people trying to be fucking free and trying to be in love with themselves, in love with life, in love with other people, in love with your friends. This is for people that are trying to exude love and high vibrations. And that means because you have that desire, that means you had to go through some bullshit and some negative shit that hurts. And I'm telling you what works for me. So it's like, you just play with that. And you just accept. No, I've been fucking hurt. No, I've been abused sexually, mentally. No, I have been drugged through the dirt. I have. And it just feels better. You're like, okay, yeah, no, I have. There's a reason I have feeling this shit. I don't want to wake up. Especially in the morning. So shit happened in the morning. It's like, fuck. Once, and you just remember, oh wait, yeah, yesterday I felt this way too, but I still got up. I still got my coffee. I still did this stuff. Okay. And then I start to go, I'm grateful that I'm alive. I'm grateful I can feel my little doggy breathing. I'm grateful my kitten is here. I can hear him purring on the pillow next to me. Little things. I'm grateful for the sound of the fan because I like when it's cool. I'm grateful for the fresh smell if my window's cracked. I'm grateful for that comfiness that I feel in this bed. The scent of the plug-in over there. Or the musty scent of your own stench, I was gonna say. Your own like smell when you like sweat in the bed and you wake up and you're like, okay. Like, you know, if you're your own lover, like you ever just smell a lover and you're like, oh, you can do that with yourself. I do that and it helps a lot. It's like, yo, this is me. This is my body I'm inhabiting for today. That's okay. And I accept that. And like, okay. And then you're like, all right, let's fucking do this. Let's go. Let's get this. It doesn't have to be, yeah, rah. Let's do this. It could just be, I'm gonna slowly move like I could barely walk. Sometimes I do this in the morning. It gets really depressive and I cry. And I just go, okay. And I just act like I'm like hit by a car. I just act like I just got hit by a car and I just go, oh my God, okay. And sometimes I just sit on the ground and I just go, okay. Oh, and then my friend got me this bowl. I bring this in the morning sometimes. Get yourself a bowl, a singing bowl, or ask for it for a gift. Sometimes when we feel healing, we have all the reasons like that we should stay stuck. And the will and the work and the real growth comes from choosing to sit down and do that breath work, choosing to grab the bowl, ring it, choosing to stretch. Like you're choosing to write, you're choosing to do the video, you're choosing, and it doesn't have to be forced like you're seeing. It could be this playful thing, and over time you accumulate the wherewithal, and no matter what, all these little creative pursuits are leading you. You're practicing. This is all practice, and you're practicing to you're becoming. You're not even practicing. It's like you're becoming. And doors are gonna open because you're in that vibe. That's just what I'm getting. Like sometimes you just don't feel like you can be in a good state because you have all this pain, but that's normal. That's what people feel. That's the thing that the person went through that to get. Just listen to stories. People have been through some fucked up shit, really hard shit, and similar to what you've been through. And I guarantee it. I guarantee there's somebody that went through it with the same amount of pain that you did. Not just to get through it like a check off. You're moving through it, and there's guides now to show you, like, just energy. You can feel this in your discernment, and you piece it together through all these other people and the people that you watch and interact with and that inspire you. You piece it together, these what they did and how, and then you do that yourself, and then you help. You're like handing the baton off, and that's your work, and that's your purpose, and that's what happens. You know, it doesn't always have to be a job. It's just you recognize, oh, you felt very disconnected emotionally. You want to connect with everyone emotionally and not be hurt sexually. One of you just could be so deep with everyone that you meet to the degree that they want it, to the degree that you're safe, and you just feel connection everywhere you go. It's real. It really could happen. And it's just a matter of how deeply do you want to see yourself, and how deeply do you want this? Because it's willpower. It takes will to get up. It takes will to eventually migrate to those gratitude thoughts. It takes will to do that again and again and again and again. And it takes will to start again. Yeah, the dishes sat there for a week, but I started to clean them. I made some food actually too. And then I made a video. Didn't clean it all the way, but I have not been able to get my videos out. So just things accumulate, and you will just get back to it. Ding. It's like you'll come back to it. You'll remember. You'll understand why you're doing this. You'll come back. And then things will change. Random people will text you, call you, help you. Doors will open. Things will appear. Opportunities will appear. Okay? This life is not so finite like we think it is. So let's just start living like we know it's energetic. And then embody those different energies and move through the old ones, because you're not just trying to throw it away. You're trying to move through it. So you're aware deeply of when you're feeling this, how to move through them. That's what we're doing. We're not going to throw the fucking negative feelings away. No, we're learning how to move through them, because something can trigger you, and then you're angry, and you're all the way down here, and you're like, or you're all the way over here. It's not linear. It's not bad to be angry. But you don't know how to get to gratitude. You have to move through all the fucking things. The situation happens where you feel like you've been disrespected. Well, you gotta move through all the fucking feelings to get to a state of forgiveness. You don't just... And then throughout that process, you're like, well, I'm not gonna allow... I see where I gave way too much to this thought or feeling or whatever. Like, oh, no. Like, you know, and like you do things differently the next time. So life is energy. We're creating better things together. We're moving through things together. I love you. And so does this bowl. Stay weird and be awake. Yeah, love ya.